Welcome to Divisadero Middle School, home of the Trojans. We are excited to have students return to campus. The purpose of this video is to provide information for the reopening of school on Thursday, March the 25th. To get started, let's hear from our principal.
Greetings, Divisadero Trojans. We are excited to have you back on campus. With in-person students returning on campus on Thursday, March 25th, we have a lot of work to do to get ready. Through this video, you're going to embark on a journey of what school will look like for the remainder of this school year. It is very important that you pay close attention. We must follow all procedures, protocols, and practices. Our number one priority is student and staff safety. That means we have to wear our masks, keep 6 feet apart, and sanitize our hands at all times. We must follow all directional signs on the sidewalks so we get to and from our classes during the school day safely. Let's make sure we meet all these expectations so we can remain on campus, see our friends from a distance, and engage with all the in-person learning that's going to go on. You now have a chance to get back to some normalcy, so embrace it, but remember to protect it by doing what you're supposed to do and meeting all our expectations. Because we know when Trojans care, Trojans have power. See you soon.
The daily schedule will return to A and B tracks. Track A students will have classes in the morning from 8:20 to 11:02, and Track B students will have classes in the afternoon from 12:25 to 3:07. This schedule can be found on the ASB page in Schoology and Divisadero's main website. Students will continue to have periods 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Mondays and Thursdays, and periods 1, 5, 6, and 7 on Tuesdays and Fridays. No students will be on campus on Wednesdays. However, they will be required to log into their advisory periods at 8:20, which will be followed by the same RTI schedule via Zoom. Students will be expected to bring their Chromebooks to school every day. Chromebooks should be placed in their protective sleeves when traveling. Chromebooks also need to be fully charged to begin each day. Be sure to charge your Chromebook each night before school. Students may also bring backpacks or book bags to carry their Chromebooks, binders, or other school supplies. Students will also be expected to wear a mask at all times on school grounds. Be sure to have a mask with you when you leave for school. A good rule of thumb would be to place your mask with your items for school so that you don't forget it. While you are at school, it is important to remember the 3 W's: wear a mask, watch your distance, and wash your hands. Students arriving at school may enter the campus through one of 2 gates. The Dollner Gate is on the east side of campus and is the main entrance for students who walk to school or are being dropped off by parents. The Bus Gate is on the west side of campus and will only be opened as buses arrive. Teachers will have doors open no later than 8:05 for Track A and 12:10 for Track B. The expectation is that students will go directly to their first period classrooms when arriving at school. Students are not to line up or gather outside classroom doors. Simply go into the classroom and follow the teacher's directions for being seated. Remember to practice social distancing at all times. Another safe practice when entering a classroom is using hand sanitizer. Each teacher will have a bottle in the classroom like this one. Take some hand sanitizer and rub your hands together to protect yourself and others from germs. It would be a good idea to use the hand sanitizer when leaving the classroom as well. While traveling the hallways of Divisadero, you will notice arrows on the ground that indicate the direction of foot traffic. Note that some hallways have arrows that go in only one direction, while others may go in both directions. Be sure to watch those intersections. You may need to walk around. As you walk from one class to another, do your best to keep 6 feet of distance between you and other students. Teachers and staff will model this behavior when traveling on campus. When entering campus from the Dollner Gate, you will see the Coliseum, which is our cafeteria and gymnasium, as well as the snack bar area to the left. These areas will not likely be used while we are in this hybrid model of learning. To the right, you will see a set of windows we refer to as the student store or pizza room and a door marked 41C. 41C will be the location for both choir and band classes. From this courtyard, there are two ways to access the rest of the classrooms on campus. The first way is to the right into the main quad. From the quad, you can head down the east hallway to the weight room or to room 42 for orchestra. You can access the library and rooms 15 through 17 to the north. You can see the main hallway to the west and rooms 18 to 21 to the south. Let's take one more quick look from the center of the quad. On the west end of the quad is the main hallway. Access to rooms 1 through 12 can be gained by heading south down the main hallway, but be careful to look at the arrows for the classroom hallways to make sure you're going in the right direction. Rooms 1 through 4 contain our history classes. The next hallway, rooms 5 through 8, contain some ELA classes and the OCI classroom. At the end of the main hallway, you can see rooms 9 through 12 to the right, which contain our ELA classes for most 8th graders. To the left, you can see other classrooms. But let's go back to the Donner Gate and the courtyard to gain another perspective. Back at the courtyard in front of the Coliseum, you can see that the other access to classrooms is to the left. Once in this corridor, you can see that rooms 22 through 26 are to the right, and rooms 27 through 31 are to the left. The classrooms in this corridor house art, special education, and some science and ELA 7 classes. At the end of the corridor, you can see where we were before. The main hallway is to the right and rooms 9 through 12 are straight ahead. If we turn to the south, you can see two large buildings to the right. The first building is the boys' locker room, and the second building is the girls' locker room. When it's time for PE, however, students walk past the locker rooms and head out to the blacktop. The PE teachers take attendance here before students dress out for PE. Please note that we will not be dressing out for PE this spring. On the first day of school, PE teachers and staff will be at these gates to the blacktop to direct students to the area of their PE teacher. The small building here is called the Trojan Hut. It can be used for several things throughout the year. The quad area to the southeast is known as the Math Quad. This area contains rooms 32 through 40, which includes all math classes, Spanish, and an AVID class. Room 50 is at the end of the Math Quad and houses our county classes for students with special needs. Here's a quick spin from the center of the Math Quad. Students will have 5 minutes between classes to get from one classroom to another. Remember to grab some hand sanitizer when heading out the door and to follow the direction arrows in the hallways. When arriving at the next class, go inside and follow the teacher's directions for being seated. There are two sets of restrooms in the main hallway for students to use, one at the end of room 5, the other at the end of room 9. The maximum capacity for each restroom is 2 people. If a restroom has reached its capacity, students must wait to enter. Some yellow markers have been placed near both sets of restrooms, but outside of the traffic pattern. Look for these yellow markers and wait there until the restroom is available. You will also notice that the water fountains on campus are closed due to safety protocols. You are certainly welcome to bring your own bottled water. If for any reason you need to go to the office, head north in the main hallway and turn left at the end. Most likely, the door will be locked to prevent multiple students in the office at one time. Simply knock on the door and wait on one of the yellow marks in the hallway. Someone will be with you shortly. If you need to see the nurse while you are at school, please tell an adult who will get the nurse for you. When it is time to leave for the day, there are 3 ways to exit. For those that are riding the bus, there is a set of bleachers in the main quad just off the main hallway near room 1. Please head to that area after school and practice social distancing while you wait. An adult will escort you to the bus lane when the bus arrives. For all other students, you are assigned an exit based on your last class of the day. You will see color coding on the map that is provided for you on the first day of school. Students whose last class is in rooms 1 through 12 or PE will use the Tulare gate at the north end of the main hallway. As you walk out the gate, you can see the front entrance to the main office to the left. If you need access to the parking lot, you can walk to the right and either wait on the sidewalk or walk around to the Dahlner side. For students in all other classrooms, your exit is the Dahlner gate. Simply head back out through the main quad or by the art room into the courtyard and out the gate. Remember to keep your mask on and practice social distancing while you are waiting for someone to pick you up. All students who are exiting campus at any of the exits, including those who ride the bus, will be handed 2 meals by the nutritional services staff each day. That concludes this brief tour of Divisadero Middle School. We hope that you have learned something and are excited to be back at school. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you on campus.